The Bell Witch, in the quiet countryside of Adams, Tennessee, where rolling fields meet thick forests, lies one of America's most chilling legends. A story whispered for over 200 years of a spirit that spoke, threatened, attacked, and even predicted death. Tonight, we uncover the haunting that terrified an entire family, drew crowds from across the region, and left behind one of the most enduring mysteries in American folklore. This is the tale of the Bell Witch, Chapter 1, The Bell Family. The year was 1817. John Bell, a respected farmer and father, had recently moved his family from North Carolina to the Red River settlement in northern Tennessee. Hardworking, devout, and quiet, the Bells were like any frontier family, until the strange events began. It started one evening when John Bell spotted a bizarre creature lurking along the fence line, a dog with the head of a rabbit. He raised his gun, fired, and the creature vanished. Not ran, not fell, vanished. It was the first sign that something unnatural had entered the Bell family's life. 2 whispers in the dark. Soon after, the nights grew restless. The family heard tapping on the walls, scratching sounds, gnawing beneath the floors. But when John checked outside, there was nothing. The sounds escalated. Bed sheets jerked from children as they slept. Betsy Bell, the youngest daughter, was slapped, her hair pulled by invisible hands. The entity grew bold. Loud knocks echoed through the cabin, and the family's sleep turned to torment. Fear spread through the home like wildfire, and the Bells were about to learn. Their haunting had a voice. 3. The voice of the witch. One night, a faint whisper echoed through the cabin, a voice of an unseen presence. At first, it was incoherent, soft mumbling, indistinguishable. But days later, the whispers became clear. A woman's voice, speaking, laughing, mocking. Locals flocked to the Bell house, hoping to witness the supernatural phenomenon. Many claimed the voice greeted them by name, revealing secrets no one else could know. The entity sang hymns, recited scripture, and then, in the next breath, unleashed insults and threats. Finally, when asked who she was, the voice responded, "I am Kate." Whether she was the spirit of a dead woman named Kate Batts, a vengeful curse, or something far older, the Bell Witch had introduced herself. And she had unfinished business. Chapter 4. The attack's Betsy Bell became the spirit's primary target. She was slapped, scratched, and thrown, her skin marked with welts and handprints. Witnesses, neighbors, travelers, even ministers claimed they saw Betsy's hair lifted by invisible force. But the attacks extended beyond Betsy. John Bell, head of the household, became the witch's greatest enemy. His mouth would twitch uncontrollably. He suffered choking sensations as though invisible hands squeezed his throat. The voice declared openly, "I will kill John Bell." It was no longer a haunting. It was a haunting with intent. Chapter 5. The Death of John Bell. In December 1820, John Bell's health suddenly worsened. His family discovered a strange vial of black liquid beside his bed. When they asked the spirit what it was, the witch's voice answered, "I gave old Jack a big dose last night and fixed him." John Bell died shortly after, the only death in American history officially attributed to a spirit. At his funeral, witnesses claimed the witch laughed and sang loudly, celebrating the man she swore to kill. After his death, the violent haunting ceased. The Bell Witch had completed her mission. Chapter 6. The Return of the Witch. Before departing, the entity made a chilling promise that she would return in 7 years, and according to the Bell family, she did. In 1828, the spirit reappeared briefly, speaking to John Bell Jr. about the past and the future. She foretold events. Some say she predicted the Civil War and disasters still to come. When she vanished again, she promised she would return once more, in 107 years. That year, 1935, passed without any widely known incidents. But locals believe the witch never fully left. Her presence, they say, lingers near the old Bell property and inside a cave that still bears her name. Chapter 7: The Bell Witch Cave. Today, the Bell Witch Cave stands as a grim reminder of the legend. Visitors report disembodied voices, shadow figures, and unseen hands tugging at their clothing. Inside the cave, rocks mysteriously fall, equipment malfunctions, and some say they hear whispers, a faint woman's voice calling from the dark. Skeptics call it folklore, locals call it history, but those who have experienced the cave firsthand call it something else, something alive, something waiting. The tale of the Bell Witch has survived 2 centuries, a haunting so famous it once echoed through the halls of Congress, so terrifying it shaped Tennessee folklore forever. Whether it was the spirit of a wrong neighbor, a malevolent entity from another realm, or simply the fears of a frontier family, the mystery remains unsolved. But one thing is certain: the story of the Bell Witch still haunts the quiet fields of Adams, Tennessee. And if the legends are true, perhaps her whisper still drifts through the trees, waiting for those brave enough to listen.